Steve Baker here at the Dalk Indoor Sports Center in time for another spring football update. Head coach Chuck Martin joins us. And Coach, practice number 9 in the books. It's going by quickly.
Yes.
Give us your thoughts.
Yeah, it's as we get older, everything goes quicker.
Yes, it does.
It's amazing. We just started and we're 60% done. We'll be 10 in Saturday. So unbelievable action. Defense has done some really good things. Our offense has been more physical. Not on a consistent basis, but they've shown they have the ability to play physical up front and on the perimeter. Again, it's been back and forth for 10 days. Tuesday was mostly defense. Today, the offense made a ton of plays. Running game, obviously huge emphasis on us being able to run the football. And obviously, if you can run it, it sets up everything else you're trying to do, and it helps protect your defense. So it's been awesome. The kids had a great January to spring ball, and they've had a great first 9 days. Everybody's sore, everybody's tired. This is when a lot of kids kind of take their foot off the gas and just try to get through the last 6. We can't do that. We got to keep getting better like everybody else in the country.
Tell me about the young guys. You had a lot of early enrollees, and you had some transfers looking like they're developing pretty well.
Yeah, no, it's been good. The freshmen, 3 freshman linemen, getting a little work here and there. Not a ton of work, but they're getting some work in our quick periods, and then jumping into some team setting. Obviously, getting tons of individual work, tons of teaching, tons of learning, tons of meetings. So 3 young O-linemen. That's probably the hardest position to play as a high school senior. Go play O-line and try to block Austin Ertl and Kobe Hilton, and a lot different than the dudes they blocked in high school, but they're doing well. Corn Williams, receiver, getting more reps, a little easier on the perimeter. You don't get your butt kicked as much out there, but he's done some nice things. Again, he's like any high school senior. This is a lot in the pace, but he's really, really, really taking advantage of getting here early and getting a bunch of reps.
Let's talk about the coaching staff, because you did have some changes from a year ago. Tell us how that family is getting together and working together on this team.
Yeah, it's been great. You know, obviously, Coach Kaler, Coach Carter, Coach Burton, three guys that not only have been great for Miami football, but very close friends of mine.
Sure, right.
I've known, a couple of them for well over 20 years, and so it's kind of like when you lose a good coach who's a close friend of yours and somebody that you're going to miss. It's like losing a good senior,
Yeah.
But it's also an opportunity. Brought in Coach Simmons, Miami alum, to coach our running backs. Tremendous high school coach over in Indianapolis. Head coach at Ben Davis. He's been a head coach. He's been really, really, really good. Having another head coach and having his feel for the big picture stuff is nice to have around him. Working with our running backs. Defense line, Coach Brown, we've had him before. I worked with him at Notre Dame. I worked with him at Miami. So even though that's new, that's pretty seamless.
Right.
And he's the one that helped us get this thing rolling in the right direction. The guy that recruited the Cam Butlers and Ben Kimplers and all those guys. So it's definitely awesome to have him back. Then obviously having Gus Ragland back. I'm getting old. My first ever commit at Miami, not my first ever commit at any of the other schools I worked at, but 9 years ago, my first commit at Miami, and obviously a Moeller Miami alum. Love having him back. He had a great career here. Obviously, got an engineering degree from Miami. Helped us turn this program around. Led us right up to the 19 season. We won it the year after he left. We like to blame him for the reason we did, but he's, as you know, he's a major part of why we were knocking on the door at that point. And then obviously going to Notre Dame and working with that staff, and it's again. Miss Coach Kale every day, but I'm excited Gus is in the building. Miss Coach Connor, but I'm really excited Jason's in the building. Miss Coach Burton at the time, but I'm really it's just like hey, it's bittersweet, but it's awesome. And again, because the familiarity with Gus, obviously, because Gus' familiarity with our offense, with Corey, obviously,
Being here before.
that's a pretty easy. And then, Jason's been jumping in and figuring out on the fly, but he's fitting in seamlessly, and he's a Miami guy through and through. So it's been awesome.
Coach, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thanks.